Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Bowlero, Cranston, Rhode Island. We are here to bring you the finals of the GrogMonster Sports regular doubles event. This is NEBA number 971. Brian Gaskell here with Bruce Hall.
Hey, Gas. How you doing, buddy?
All right, Bruce. How you doing?
All right. 971. 29
number
away.
971.
Counting them down.
So this is the round of 24. We came on one round early. We were set up, so we decided to come live and bring you the round of 24. We had 83 entries today, 24 qualifiers, so the top 8 teams got a bye. And we have 16 teams, so seeds 9 through 24 are bowling now. And the 8 winners will bowl the 8 teams that got a bye. So we'll have a round of 24, then a round of 16, and then the rest of the way, 8, 4, 2. We bowled on the NEBA 22 Cranston doubles pattern, which was 37 feet, 28.8 mils. It was a tricky pattern, to say the least. It was 4.24 to 1 on the left and 4.52 to 1 on the right, so slightly asymmetrical pattern. And since I don't have a clue to tell you how to play them, because I'm going to let Bruce take over from here because my ball reaction was abominable. So,
well,
Bruce, take it away.
I only shot 120 under, so I'm such an expert on playing the pattern. But I give you some observations. If you look at the graph, it is 4 point whatever to 1, and yes, it's slightly symmetrical, but believe me, it's not. It's only about the breakdown. Does it get any easier on the right compared to the left and whatever? And it's a short pattern, but there's very little oil outside of 10, right back to the foul line. So most of the time on short patterns, you can go out, you can pipe it up 3-4. You might have a board of swing. You get some nice recovery on the back end, and you get a nice pocket angle, so you get pretty good carry and all that good stuff. But this pattern plays very, very difficult because there is no oil outside of 10. On the fresh. So you saw a lot of teams really struggle initially. And I think when we watch these finals, I think you're going to see some very, very low scores, honestly. And maybe they'll open up a little bit on the right. You're going to have 5 rounds. You just called it out, Gas. We're going to have 5 rounds of finals, which is basically a whole qualifying squad, right? So, right. And what you found this morning was the first 2 games, and I'll give you Andrew Hall and Adam Zimmerman as an example. So they were high qualifiers, right? They ended up 200 over plus something over for the 1230 squad. Well, for their first 2 games this morning, they were 180 under. Their first 2 games, first 2 doubles games.
Really?
And they were shooting 130s and 140s. And you and I were trading stories before we went on the air.
Right.
130, 140, 150, not just left or right. Everybody is throwing these horrible games and just really struggling to find anything to get any hold, and it wouldn't recover if you threw it right because it's short.
You're just making me feel more out of touch than I already thought I was, because I bowl with Jimmy Pritz. No, honestly, I bowl with Jimmy Pritz, and we started out fine. Like, we were okay on the fresh. Yeah. And then when they started to change, we went down the tubes.
Well, I wouldn't say that was true of everybody.
Well, no, I get it.
For sure. And there were guys. There were certainly guys plus.
Yeah, we were.
But look at the scores. It was plus 13 after the first game this morning. The cut. Then it goes to -7, then -6, and ended up being -6.
Right.
So it hovered right there.
Yeah.
Right. Well, the cut for this afternoon was what? 150 over.
150 over. So I was just going to point this out. So half the teams that made the cut bowled on the burn, which is nothing like they're going to see now. Like yesterday, we talked about there was no re-oil because it was a 1-squad tournament yesterday. Today, with the 2 squads, we did re-oil. A good number of the teams that are bowling right now
only saw the burn,
or they didn't bowl
or only bowled well on the board. Yes,
and then they had to re-enter and bowl good on the burn, and they were playing some of them as deep as 5th arrow, sending it to 10, which you can't do now.
So, and then the other thing was, the at-large cut still ended up hanging in there at -36.
-36, yeah.
So, the at-large cut was like -60 something going into this squad.
Yeah.
But there was an awful lot of at-large guys who re-entered and made it, off either the squad cut or improve their at-large score. So the at-large didn't go too crazy, but look at the difference: 150 over to make the squad cut, and 36 under to make the at-large cut. I'm not sure we've ever had a gap that far.
Yeah, minus
You know, as far as talk about, and you talk about squad inequity. You know, it's just,
so we were doing the math,
the
and we believe that it was 13 out of 27 teams that bowled the second squad made it, and only 11 out of the 56 that bowled this morning made it.
Right. So look at the inequity there, and look at how much they opened up. Now, that said, what are we on right now? Dead fresh. And how are we doing? You know, let's look around, and we need to call out these teams, obviously. Our feature pairs are 13, 14, and 15 and 16. And
okay, so right in front of us on 15 and 16, we have the team of Carden and Veal. I apologize. I don't know some of these guys' first names.
Me neither.
We don't have a list with first names.
Give me this other sheet, and I'll try to help you out. It's Alex Carden and Justin Veal. I don't know. We don't know really either one of those guys.
I know. I've seen Justin before.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So they are bowling the team of Jesse Gibson and Scott Camp.
Yep.
Right. And on 17 and 18. Actually, I'm too far right.
We're on 13 and 14 and 15.
13 and 14. Let's do the televised pairs first. 13 and 14 of Tommy T. Kaz and Chris Vialli against the team of the 18 seed Wilson and LaFontaine.
Yep. Yeah, Tyler Wilson.
Ben LaFontaine and Tyler Wilson.
Yeah. And Tyler, a very good Weber alum.
Right. So those are the two matches that you have directly in front of you.
Yeah.
And then let me go back to the left. I'll start on 3 and 4. Maria Bolanova and Hunter Kempton against 24th seed. Is that Tariq Joyner and Glenn Gauthier? Is that who that is?
Indeed, Tariq and Glenn. Yep.
Okay.
They shot 9. They were the cut at minus 36. And by the way, Scott Camp and Jesse Gibson were 24 under, and they were second. They were 23rd in the seeding.
It's hard to believe. I tell you, both next to them.
I know, right?
A lot, I thought.
I know, right?
Okay, on 5 and 6, Tyler Hearn and Joey Transu against Jeremy Hartbarger and Bill Webb. 7 and 8, defending champions Chris Forey and Packy Hanrahan. And let's point out, if people are tuning in for the first time don't know, it is the champion, non-champion doubles. However, the defending champions are grandfathered in.
Always,
So
as you found out yesterday.
I did.
Yep.
Unfortunately, we did not defend again, so that'll be the last time I get to bowl with Brian for a while. So Chris Forey and Packy Hanrahan against the team of Martinez and Fazone, number 20 seed.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
They shot 16 under to make it. And I should say Hunter Kempton and Maria Bolanova missed a bye by one pin.
One pin, yeah.
They shot 78 over.
On 9 and 10, is that Rob Green Jr.? And Malik Grove against
yes, sir.
Aaron and yesterday's champion Stephen Major.
Yep, Stephen Major looking for his second title in 2 days.
Yep.
Stephen. Yep.
On 11 and 12, Bill Beck and Mark Bouchard against Tommy Kumlin and Brian Bourget.
You got it.
And we gave you 13 and 14, 15 and 16. 17 and 18, Charlie Bonus Jr. and his partner Bogholtz. I'm butchering that, I'm sure. Bogholtz.
Oh, hold on. Let me try to help
the
you.
14th seed.
Zach Bogholtz and Charlie Bonus.
And
yep.
Charlie Bonus.
Yep.
Against AJ Villa and
Armando
I was
Villa.
going to say Johnson. That could be anybody. So you got to help me out.
That's right.
I'm sure there's more than one Johnson here. They were the 19th seed.
Yep. Is that everybody? No, you got some more up there.
You got to tell me who it is. 19th seed Johnson.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. Jay Johnson.
Oh, it's Jay Johnson.
Yeah,
okay.
Jay.
I should have known.
3-time winner
I was going to say,
this year, Jay Johnson.
You'd think I would have known who it was,
yeah.
but there are more than one Johnson here, I'm sure.
Well, that's true, but it's Jay Johnson, 3-time winner.
Yeah.
None other. And they were the number this morning, the squad cut at -6 at the 9 o'clock squad.
Right. So, yeah, we'll repeat the cut scores again. 56 entries at 9 a.m. Cut was -6. And then at 12:30, 27 entries, and the cut was 152 over.
So 83 teams, nothing to shake a stick at.
83 teams on a 90-degree Sunday.
That's right. Yep. And we had a full house yesterday, so
we did.
Very, very good turnout. Thanks everybody so much for coming out. It's been
a little chatter that they maybe expand the over-under doubles to 2 squads soon.
There's talk of that. I think certainly with the turnout we had, and we had an absolute full house without even a spare pair of lanes, and we had some lane issues, which cost us a little bit of time, not too much. We talked about that a lot yesterday.
I think what helps is that we've relaxed the rules with the champions, and it makes it a little easier to find seniors.
I think you're right. That's right. We went to the 5-year rule for the seniors, so I think that's helped us. So now, as we were saying, is how hard the pattern is. Right in front of us, we have a 4-bagger. Now, Tyler's having quite a bit of issue. Here's a 4-9. That's going to be presumably his second open in a row. Viali's partner has the front 4, as we say. So
yeah, now that they're fresh, you're going to see guys trying to play out.
Yeah.
Some with urethane, some are not. If you can trick urethane, get it to hook and stop, that works, but it doesn't work for everybody.
I'm going to speculate, Gas, that they did not strip. Obviously, you have to do as fast a rail as possible to get this finals underway, right? We try to save some time and do everything. I think that they didn't strip. My guess is the back ends are not as wild and crazy as they were this morning. Because this morning, they were definitely stripped. And if you got it a board in, the ball just did a U-turn.
If you just touched the holes.
Yeah, it did a U-turn on the back end. And I think what's happened is they're mellower now. So the back ends aren't as insane, so they're more controllable. So guys can play up the track.
Now I'm going to really show my ignorance.
Like, look at Bouchard. That shot Bouchard just made.
That would have never held this morning.
That's front 4 for Bouchard. I don't think he would have had that look this morning.
Let me show my ignorance for 2022 bowling. Okay. If the machine's doing a full pass, does it really take less time to not strip? Like, doesn't it just do it in one pass anyways?
Well, no, you can. What you do is, if you want to really strip and clean the lanes, you run the machine and only do that first. And then you run again.
Okay, I understand that. But
then you run again and do it. So the machine does strip, quote unquote,
but not a full strip.
Well, no, it does the best it can, but the best it can. But it's not 2 passes at a strip.
Got it.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the first time it strips.
No, I thought you meant like it didn't strip at all.
Yeah,
I
no.
That's what you were saying.
They had all night, so they do. No, it does. It always does.
That's what I thought.
Because it puts down.
That's why you confused me.
Yeah, and it puts down some very powerful chemicals to dissolve the old oil. It's squeegees it up and tries to take it away and all that stuff.
Back in the day when I did lanes, I had a strip with my hands.
Absolutely. Now you run the machine just on strip, right? You just say, you just burn the lane, and if you've ever thrown a ball on a lane that's just been stripped,
your
plastic ball will cover the entire lane. So
about 10 feet.
Yeah, you believe it. So if you never, believe me, every ball you throw, even a plastic ball, reacts to the oil that's on the lane.
Oh, sure.
And a truly stripped lane will hook off the lane. So that I'm sure that's what they did, because these back ends don't look nearly as out of control as they were this morning. In fact, I made a fairly bold prediction earlier. I said we could see a 330 score by a doubles team win a match, and I'm not sure I would make that prediction, having watched the beginning of the finals here. So anyway, long discussion about what's going on with this pattern. Very, very interesting, and it's a pattern made just for NEBA 2022, right?
2022, yeah.
Doubles. So
there's TCAS.
Tommy,
so
Tommy TCAS
he
was
did have the front 4.
Yep.
They still have a sizable lead, about 40 pins right now, with LaFontaine is on a strike and Viali is not, so they could cut it down to 30. On our other feature pair, Camp going for a triple, and a light mix of 4. Wow, what a bad break.
So I just watched Nate Clark leave the 1, 2, 4 and chop the 2 through the middle of them.
1, 2, the 1, 3, 6.
1, 2, 4. He's a lefty. He left the 1, 2, 4.
Oh, he's a lefty. Okay, you got it.
He left the 1, 2, 4, and he chopped the 2 through the middle of them.
He was a lefty. Okay.
Yeah, he's a lefty. So, ouch. I just happened to see that about 8 pairs up. I thought it was noteworthy.
So let's get the scores here on this match on 15 and 16. Here goes Carden, and that's a 2-4-10. That match is, once they take, it looks like the Carden team's got a small lead.
They're on the left because Jesse Gibson has spare next 4. And so
no,
that's
the other way
making
around.
up
No,
for.
no, Gibson's B.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Gibson is B. So the other team has the 4-bagger.
So it's Cardin's Justin
50,
Veal.
80.
Justin's got the front 4.
Yeah, with that open,
Sparednick's 4.
the Cardin team had about a 20-pin lead, but this open here is going to tighten up a little bit.
Yep. Yeah, these are much more reasonable scores, Gas. I can't tell you. I was really fearful that we would be looking at 130s here, but I think, as we say, without the strip,
he made the spare.
Beautiful spare on that 2-4.
So that is going to hold them around a 20-pin lead.
Yep. Now here's Mr. Viali. I want to welcome everybody to the stream. It's a toasty afternoon here in New England. Viali straight up for the 3-6-10. Good cover. Just being reminded that he is Vic. He's got a red on his shirt. Yeah, we had 28 mils right on this pattern, Gas. So, again, plenty for 1230, right? So it did hold up fine, and obviously the scores went up quite a bit there, but all in all, pretty playable. There's Tommy Tikaz, he with the front 4 with the purple, beautiful shot, looking strong.
So I'm checking down on our defending champs, and it looks like Mr. Forey had a couple of opens early, and Packy is clean, and they're up against a 4-bagger and an open for the leadoff bowler. So they're down about 30 early.
Can you see that far without the official binoculars?
I mean, I couldn't give you an exact score, but I can see strikes and opens. I just can't tell what the exact score is. But I mean, the first bowl definitely has 4-bagger open.
Well, I'll tell you.
So he's in the 1-teens, and Forey's going about 75. So he's down by 40 to his guy, and
well, Packy just went 3-7.
Oh boy,
so
they're in trouble.
They might be in trouble.
Well, they're one of the teams, right? They did bowl this morning. They didn't make it, and they had to re-enter and made it.
Re-entered
Squad,
and did very well.
That's exactly what we were talking about early. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big re-entry guy myself. First of all, 10 games for me is a lot in one day.
Yeah.
But the second thing is, if you can't bowl on the fresh the first time, what makes you think you're going to be able to bowl on it once?
Well, and do well in the finals. That's a really good point. That's a really good point.
I'm not trying to discourage people from doing it. That's my personal preference. I like to bowl in the morning when they're fresh. And
right. No, that's a really good point, because you're trying to win the tournament, and you
ultimately,
can't.
if you want to win the tournament, you got to do it on the fresh.
That's exactly right. By the way, Packy made that 3-7.
He did.
That he left.
Okay.
Yep.
And the other bowler missed a single pin. So
there you go.
I think they're still
now,
down
if you look at this shot that Ben just threw, so this morning, I will tell you right now, there's no way, even with that speed and throw, that ball would have held the pocket. It would have hooked through the beak.
I'm going to estimate that I saw, and I'm talking just between my pair and one pair to either side, because I'm not really looking around any further than that. I must have seen 25 Brooklyns this morning.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah.
I'm telling you, if you just got around the ball by like 1 degree more.
Absolutely gone. If you thumbed it a hair, if you got
5 feet early.
Right.
And just went dead left. And if you were lucky.
And it's not doing that now.
If you were lucky, you flushed a Brooklyn.
Yeah, it's not doing that now. Exactly. And you know what? I did that a number of times. I'm like, thank you.
In fact, I passed by Alley.
Thanks for the strike.
It's a double-sided house for those that don't know. One side is 1 to 26, and in between games, some people are crossing from one side. I happened to pass by Alley on the crossover, and he said, I've missed the head pin left 3 times already with the urethane.
Yeah, with the urethane.
3 times.
With the urethane.
And that was only probably by game 3.
Yeah,
so
he's right.
That's how difficult. We don't want to beat a dead horse, but that's how hard they were this morning.
Believe me, I looked around and I said, as tough as they were for, I bowled my buddy Don Fry, and I said we were having a hard time, and I'm like, look around you. I mean, that was everybody gas on both sides of the house. And I think, again, it was that strip that they did. And now that they didn't do it.
I could see it.
I'm watching Viali. I'm watching Tommy Tikaz right in front of us.
Couldn't do that this morning.
You could not do what they're doing now. There's no way. And that's going to go. Get there. Big shot for current NEBA president, Christopher Viali.
Yeah, I had a quick discussion with, I bowl with Jimmy Pritz, and I bowled yesterday with, Brian Bogosian, and the three of us had a little powwow going out the door when they were leaving. And, all three of us love to bowl on short. Like, that's not even a secret.
I love to bowl on short, but not this.
Right. And we all shot, between minus 90 and minus 100 apiece. And we're looking at each other and we're going, I said to Jimmy, first of all, we never even considered re-entering, But I said to him, even if you could go back in time and tell yourself what to do at 9 o'clock this morning, I wouldn't even know what to tell myself at 9 o'clock this morning.
Right.
Like, they were, like...
Well, what I would do is I threw a triple of my last game throwing plastic of 2. That's what I would do.
If I could have went back to 9 o'clock,
honest with you.
If I could have went back to 9 o'clock, I would have told myself to get in the car and go home.
But then you wouldn't be able to do the live stream, Hoss. Come on, baby.
I came back.
Come on. There you go.
All right, so let's update some scores. Everybody's doubling on 13 and 14, so it doesn't feel like the lead has changed much, right?
Well, you've got a 24. No, it's about a 24-pin.
Oh no,
lead
I'm
for
sorry.
The,
I didn't realize the A bowler had already
team,
bowled on the left lane. So,
TCAS is leading the charge here.
Yeah, they're ahead by
34 now, 30-something.
Yeah, I didn't realize the 8 guy had already gone. So I was going by the scores on the bottom.
Yep. I just watched Stephen Major go double P-knuckle. Let's see what's going on over there in that match.
So Veal made his spare. He had a 5-bagger. So they are looking good. I'll give them 32-pin lead.
Yeah, 30, and then the bottom guys are matched and open, so it's the extra triple.
Yeah.
So about 33 marks, roughly. I'm starting to count marks, like, you count strikes.
See, on these, I can look at the bottom and see one team's got 231, the other's got 263, so if they both have the same marks up, it's
right. So back in the day, when you used to use telescores, you remember that?
I do.
And you were bowling league, right? What you would do is count the marks.
Oh, yeah.
And you'd mark them at the bottom?
Yes.
So here's how many marks you have. And that was the rough way you would tell who was winning the match, right? And if you lost a lot of count, you'd take a mark off. It wasn't perfect, but it got you close, to who was close. So I do something like that in my head, a lot. And it's kind of little old school there. And, you still see some wild and crazy reactions.
You just
if you get
everybody that's home listening that's under the age of, 35 what are you talking about? What a telescope.
They don't know. Okay, they're these.
We used to have to keep score with yellow pencils.
These very hot lights. They used to use a yellow pencil and write on, and sometimes it would be a disposable cellophane sheet that you would write it on, and sometimes it would be on some actual glass that you would have to then wipe away.
The best part about that was when the yellow pencils broke and then the tip got on the floor and somebody stepped on it, and then it was on the approach.
It's all on the approach and spread all over the place. You'd see like a line of yellow, and somebody dragged it along in their foot, and then you'd get it on the approach. And what a mess!
What the good old days?
The good old days. That's when bowlers were bowlers. I used to get paid keeping score for pro tournaments when I was a kid. You'd have scorekeepers sitting there marking scores. So it was like the days of Pinboy.
By alley for the 2-8, he's got it.
Makes it. Keeping their lead, so they've matched double and spare.
They're up by
still up 30.
50.
So
it's actually 50 now. They're both right. 12-53.
Is that
both lead up bowls have a double up.
Oh yeah, 20
right, and 288 to 341. So that's 53 pin lead.
That's right. Look at you, math man.
See, I did it right that time because now they were on the same pace. Last time I did that, I didn't realize the other team was a frame ahead.
Brian Bourget has a very nice look on that right lane on lane 12 right next to us. Double, spare, triple for Bourget. Once again, guys, bonus coverage here. We got 5 rounds to bring you.
Well, I do. We'll see how long.
We'll see we'll see what happens. We have an arrangement, you and I.
We have an arrangement. Bruce is going to abandon me at some point, but he's going to stick with. He's going to stick it out with me as long as Andrew's still bowling.
Well, let's not admit that, but that's kind of how it's going to work. And I do have a sore neck, and I get wah, so all that. So
God.
Beautiful shot by Tyler Wilson, an essential strike by Wilson he needed to stay in the match, and gets the hose job of the 7-pin.
Our next tournament is at Callahan's Bowlerama in Newington, Connecticut on July 16th and 17th. We have $4,500 added money for that tournament. $2,000 from Lisa Callahan personally, and $2,500 from general sponsorship.
Fantastic.
So
thank you so much.
Make your reservations.
As usual, thanks so much to the Callahans.
That's a good central location for everybody. Let's fill it up. Let's show our appreciation for that sponsorship, and let's fill the place.
Yeah, that could be that could be a barn burner. That place, everybody loves going there. Good conditions. What's the pattern? Did it say?
Do I know? I don't know.
Is it on here? Here, I'll look it up.
We're gonna look it up.
It's either challenge, sport, or recreation.
Thank you.
It's one of those.
It's one of those three. And it's also going to be short, medium, or long.
It'll be short, medium, or long too.
Thank you.
So there's lots of facts here we can do, and we know none of them. So let's see what we can find out.
So even with that open by Viale, they've pretty much got this match locked up on 13 and 14. And then over on 15 and 16, the Camp Gibson team, they both open in the 8th frame to blow that match wide open. So it looks like the Veal and Carden team are going to advance.
It is the Rip Callahan Memorial Singles, Newington, Connecticut, recreational pattern.
Recreational.
So let's see how the recreational pattern plays, because that was supposed to be yesterday.
Yesterday was supposed to be recreational.
And it turned out that you only needed 178 or 171 to make it, which is 85 a guy.
And that was all in the last game as well.
It was all right.
Was only like
it was very low.
80
jumped
or 90
up.
going to the last game.
Well, Nate Purchase and I were 2 out of the number with 100 over. So there weren't a lot of guys that were up there, and a lot of teams were negative on supposedly a recreational shot. Brian Bourget just pulled a beautiful shot out of he went back up to the super washout on the right side, and he made it. And there's a dead flush look at Tommy Tikaz, even after the Greek Church by Viale in the 9th. Tikaz, 4-bagger, 9 miss, pretty much sheet. He's in the 250s. This will be for 260 for Tikaz. Yeah, this was not possible this morning, Gas, I promise you.
Oh, I'm well aware.
And this Veal Carden match is locked up, right? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we got going here. Oh, a lot of the
those
matches.
Are all the buys. Those are all the buys down there. You only got to go
matches
up
are
to
done.
17, 18. No,
oh, that's right. Oh, you're right. Sorry. Yeah. The buys are all practicing now up on 21 and 21 and up.
Yeah, so you only got to go as far as right here. That's it.
Now, Carden just opened, or is going to open. What does this mean? 50, 89 to 11. They can shoot dead even. 40, 69, 31 under, 89, 11 under. I think Veal. Veal is still they're in very comfortable position still.
Yeah.
The Veal team. Carden should really just make sure he gets 2 here. And he does. Yeah, so they're, 11 under, but 36 over for Justin Veal. So they're in the 25 range. And the best the Camp team and Gibson team can shoot is basically even if they all punch. So beautiful 260 game by Tommy Tikaz here on 13 and 14.
Forey is struggling. Packy's got a 3-bagger, but I think they're in deep water over there. I can't see 5 and 6. I don't know if you can see it with the binoculars or not.
We use the official TechVision binoculars. Yeah, unfortunately, on the Packy side of things, Mr. Forey is staring at $1.50.
Yeah, they look bad.
And that's the problem. I don't think they're going to be able to recover from that. Packy's got a triple. Now a four-bagger. Can that keep them in it? 20, 50, 80. So Packy still has 240 in the wood. However, their opponent just doubled. And now there's a split on that side. On the, who is that? Matt Fazzone.
Okay,
Matt Fazzone went double pinochle.
Maybe they are not dead yet officially.
Yeah, could be.
They're going to need some help.
That one pretty closely. Fazzone just takes 2 of the double pinochle. All right, so Fazzone is looking at $1.99 possible. His opponent, his partner could go 240. And that's RJ Martinez, right? Yeah. And congrats to everybody who made this cut. It was quite an adventure making your way through the qualifying here. Very cool to see Mr. Jeff Barden hanging around. Proprietor of both Keene and Manchester.
We do have a couple of close matches just off camera here to the left. It looks like Bourget just struck. Him and Tommy Kumlin have a small lead going to the 10th frame. Maybe 10 to 15 pins.
They're minus 7, 88, and 222. So, yeah, about 15.
Okay. And one pair left of that, I'm not sure if you can even catch it off camera, but Aaron and Steven Major are in a close match.
Yeah, Aaron's staring at $1.60. Here's RJ Martinez. You strike again? No, 10 pin. So RJ Martinez is going to shoot 233. Forey struck is in first shot in the 10th. Now, if he can get another one here, get it to 166.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yes, there's a definite chance.
Okay.
Yeah. Big shot for Forey, though. And week 10 for Mr. Forey. Going to put him in the 150s.
So Packy, let's get him off of Packy. Just for giggles.
Packy can go 240.
So they would get to about 440.
Packy can go 246.
No, 40.
46, and now, Chris is 44 under, so they'll be like +2, literally. So now Martinez shot 233, and now they just need, they're going to beat 4-0 handily. So I'm afraid.
What does the second bowler have through 9?
169. So anything really will put them plus.
Got it.
Because he's 33. Yeah, they're already plus. So just keep it on the lane, basically, and that's that. So this is Matt Fazzone.
Okay.
I think any count, and that's really it, no matter what Packy does. And Fazzone struck, so that's going to do it. Fazzone hard off the corner. I will tell you again, you could not play right up the corner this morning. You couldn't do it. It just took too early and too violently.
All right, so
there was no way to get that ball. Just lay it off and get it to lay off.
Steven Major through the face. They're in trouble now. Aaron and Steven are. Looks like they're down by around 20 going to the 10th, and neither one of them on a strike. That's going to be tough to come back from.
Who is winning the bonus Bokoltz match? Do we have a score there?
That's down here. Let's see. They're to the left of us. They're way down. Actually, no, I'm wrong. They're on 17.
No, they were right here. Yeah. That's the Jay Johnson match, right?
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Johnson
say
staring at
Johnson-
198.
Johnson's team is in trouble, it looks like.
No, it's pretty close, actually. It's going to be under.
150.
It's going to be under.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, the anchor bowlers.
I think this is within 10 pins, this match.
Wow.
We'll call it right to the end. It's the 10th frame for the anchor bowlers in both match.
So the leadoff bowler is 197 to 152. So you
Right.
get 45 to the.
So 45 does. Who's that? Zach.
174. So they're up by 16.
Yeah, they're up 16. That's right. But Jesse Gibson just struck. So yes, they're up
Jay
16. Excuse me, Jay Johnson. I'm sorry.
So I think a mark here is good, right? Mark is the winner.
He goes
through the
beak
face, leaves
for
a 6 pin.
Yep. I think
think
that
a spare
mark
is enough.
That marks a winner. I think. Yep. I think you're right.
Or Johnson misses enough. He won't even have to make it if unless Jay strikes here.
44. Yeah, I think it's a 14-pin lead right now. So let's see Jay.
So you need
So if Jay gets this, it's not going to be enough. Yeah, because he'll tie his guy, and then instead of 152, he's in the 160s. So
you can just catch the ball going down the lane to the right. He's through the face, so that's going to end that match.
That will take care of that. So the Zach Bocourse team does win. All right, Gas, how we doing? Our feature pairs are done. Bouchard, how are they doing? They're done, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Bouchard's going to shoot 370 something. They lost to 430.
So Bourget and Kumlin.
Bourget and Kumlin will move on, right?
Team two hands.
Yep. And we will come back with the round of 16 in a little bit. And
all the bye teams will come in, and we'll reset the matches for you. I'll tell you who's on our feature pairs. Give us about 5 or 10 minutes for these matches to wrap up, and then teams will get their new lane assignments, and we'll be right back on towards the end of practice.
Sounds like a plan.
Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We'll see you back soon. Thank you.